Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Dematures Online School. Dematures Online School is an educational channel here on YouTube that is meant to provide lessons for students preparing for the exams on different subjects. Now, this channel is an online school that is going to be providing lessons on every subject, sciences, arts, commercials, okay? And there are teachers who are going to be handling the different subjects. So, if you're new here, I encourage you to click on the subscribe button to help the channel grow and to also get notified each time a new video is uploaded here. Today we're going to look at potato past questions. I'm going to be taking our questions from Unica University of Calabar potato past questions 2012 slash 2011 slash 2012. Okay, and we are dwelling on use of English today. Okay, use of English. From the options, choose the appropriate stress pattern. The stress levels are written in capital letters. We have the first question, consideration. Consideration. Okay. Option A, we have the stress on CON. Option B, we have the stress on SI. Option C, we have the stress on DE. And now, when a word ends with TION, okay, you should stress the second syllable from the end, which is called the penultimate syllable. Okay, stress the second syllable from the end. We have a word that ends with TION. Think of more words. Constitution. The stress is on the second syllable from the end, which is the penultimate syllable. Constitution. TU. Okay. Jurisdiction. The second syllable from the end. So whenever you have a word that ends with TION, so you should stress the second syllable from the end. Okay. Now the next question we have um constitutional. Okay, we have constitutional. Option A has a stress on AL. Option B has a stress on TU. Option C has a stress on TI. And option D has a stress on CON. Okay. Now, constitutional. When you have a word that ends with AL, the stress is going to be on the third syllable from the end. The third syllable from the end. Please, I encourage you to watch the video that I already have on Dima tutorials. Okay, in case you didn't know, I have another channel, Dima tutorials, where I teach major English, and I have several videos on how to identify the stress level of a word. So I encourage you to visit my second YouTube channel to learn how to identify the stress level of a word, to learn it properly. Okay, now when you have a word that ends with AL, you should stress the third level from the end. Now, the third level from the end of the word constitutional is TU. Okay, TU. That's the third level from the end. Constitutional. Now the stress is on TU. Okay, because it ends with AL. When you have a word that ends with AL, you should stress the first level from the end. Okay, now let's look at this word as let's look at the root word of this word constitution. Okay, constitution, without even considering the suffix AL. Now constitution ends with TION. Okay, and I just told you that you should stress the second syllable of a word that ends with TION. Now if I had to consider this word as constitution, okay, the stress is still gonna be on TU. So when you have a word that ends with TION, start the second syllable from the end. When you have a word that ends with AL, start the third syllable from the end. Okay. So the correct answer here is option B. Okay, constitution. Option B is the correct answer. Now let's see the next one. We have abnormality. Abnormality. Okay. Now we have a word that ends with ty. The stress is on the anti-penultimate syllable, which is the third syllable from the end. Okay, anti-penultimate syllable is the third syllable from the end. Please endeavor to watch the video, not just one video. There are several videos I have on stress pattern and demo tutorials. Okay, so make sure you watch them. Now, when a word ends with ty, you should stress the third syllable from the end. Okay, now the third syllable from the end of the word abnormality is ma. So that's the third syllable from the end of the word, and this will make which option now? Option A has a stress on ty. Option B has a stress on li. Sorry, option A has a stress on AB. Option B has a stress on ty. Option C has a stress on li. Option D has a stress on ma. So the correct answer is option D, ma. Okay, option D, that has a stress on ma. Now let's move to Delta State University. Some of you have been asking me to upload videos on Delsu. Now you have it. Okay. Now let's look at Delsu. Now, in Delsu, I took questions from the section on layers and structure. Okay. Now we have choose the option. Even if all these universities that I'm talking about, if I'm unable to discuss your own university's student past questions, I encourage you to always pay attention to all the videos, all the lessons, okay? Because use of English is the same, okay? So what you see in one university might come out in your own exams. So you can't just say because I'm discussing DESU and you apply to ABSU, DESU's position past questions is none of your business. Please, it is. What is important is for you to gain the knowledge, okay? So let's look at DESU. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word. Choose the option opposite in meaning to the underlined word, okay? Now I'm gonna capitalize, not underline. It is generally believed that misers are not loved by many. It is generally believed that misers are not loved by many. We have option A, spendthrift. B, we have spenders. C, we have hoarders. D, we have savers. Okay. Now, who is a miser? A miser is a person who has money, a person who hates to spend money is a miser. Okay. Now we're going to choose an option that is opposite in meaning to it. We have spend thrift, okay, which is in option A. So option spendthrift is someone who is a spendthrift is a person who is wasteful, someone who is improvident, someone who is extravagant, okay, someone who spends money without actually thinking about it, who is wasteful. That's a spendthrift, okay. So option A is a correct answer, okay, not spender. That someone spends money, okay, it doesn't make the person a spendthrift because a spendthrift is someone who spends money unnecessarily, someone who wastes, okay, who spends money unnecessarily. That someone is a spender doesn't mean that the person is wasteful. Now option C, we have hoarders, okay. When someone is a hoarder, it doesn't mean the person is a spendthrift because money is not the only one that it's not the only thing that can be hoarded, okay. A lot of people in the filling stations hoard fuel, so they're also hoarders. Don't call them misers. Savers, okay, is almost the same thing with misers, so it's not correct, okay, it's not correct. So the correct answer is option A. Now let's see the next question. We have Mr. Onwuka was most flexible in his instructions. Mr. Onwuka was most flexible in his instructions. The underlined word is flexible, okay? The underlined word is flexible. When do you say something is flexible? When something is flexible, is when something can be flexed or bent. When something can be flexed, when you can bend something, okay, without the thing breaking, you say that thing is flexible. You can think of an example. You should imagine something you can flex, okay, something you can bend, and the thing doesn't break, okay. Now we're using it to describe a person. You say that a flexible person is someone who is prone to give way to the influence of others, okay. It's not someone who is stiff, who is rigid, okay, not someone who insists on what he or she wants to do, but someone who can be influenced, someone who can change his decisions, okay. So that is a flexible person. Now let's look at the options and choose the one that is opposite in meaning. We have option A we have rigid, okay, which is correct. Option B we have correct, which is not correct. Option C we have upright, okay, and option D we have silent. Okay, we have silent. Now, like I said, the correct answer is option A, rigid. Okay, something that is rigid is something that is stiff, something that is not moving. Okay, something that is unbending. So, option A, rigid, is the correct answer. Now, the next question we have the lotion recommended by the doctor soothes Essay's aching tooth. The lotion recommended by the doctor soothes Essay's aching tooth. We have option A, worsened, B, calmed, C, incited, and D, extracted. Okay. Now the correct answer is option A, worsened. Okay, worsened. Now, what's the meaning of the word soothe? To soothe something means to comfort, to restore, to ease, to relieve, okay, to make something calm, to calm a situation, okay? When when it's, let's say, medicine, when drugs or medicine soothes a condition, okay, a health condition, it means that the medicine actually reduces the distress, it reduces the pains, okay, it relieves the person, okay. For example, paracetamol is meant to soothe headache, okay, which means it's meant to relieve the pain, to calm headache. So option A, worsened. When something is worsened, it means that the thing has been made worse. So option A, worsened, is the correct answer. Option B, calmed, is not correct, okay, because calmed is same meaning with soothe, okay. Excited is not correct. Extracted, to remove, is not correct, okay. Now let's see the last question. No, not the last question, okay. Then yeah, not the last question. Question 4 from Delsu. John was locked up for the vault lock. John was locked up for the vows lock. We have option A, remanded, B, punished, C, released, and D, locked out. Okay, now what is locked up? What does it mean to lock someone up? It means to imprison the person, to put someone in prison. That's what locked up means. Now, option A, we have remanded. Remanded also means to keep someone in prison. Okay. Option B, punished, is not opposite in meaning to it. You already know what the word punish is. Option C, released. Of course, this is the correct answer, released. Okay. The opposite word to the phrase locked up is released. Now, option C, locked out, is not correct. Okay, to lock someone out means to prevent the person from coming in, or to lock the door so that someone does not come in. Okay. So option C, released, is the correct answer. Okay. Now we have the next question. We have the judge blamed the plaintiff for misleading the court. We have option A, complainant, B, defendant, C, accuser, and D, prosecution. Okay. Now, who is a plaintiff? A plaintiff is a person who brings a case against another person in a law court. A person who brings a case against another person in a law court, okay. Now that person is a plaintiff. Now you have option A, complainant. Now we are to choose an option that is opposite in meaning to the word plaintiff, okay. Now you have complainant. Complainant is same person as a plaintiff, okay. A plaintiff is a complainant. A complainant is a person who brings a case before a court, a case against another person before a court, okay. So it's not the correct answer, it's not positive meaning. Option B, we have defendant, okay. Now defendant is the correct answer. This is the word that is opposite in meaning to the word plaintiff. Now defendant is the person that comes to court to defend himself, someone who is being reported, or who has a case against him in court and has gone to the court to defend himself, is a defendant, okay. An accuser, okay, person that accuses, is not correct. Prosecution, okay, prosecution is not correct as well. So the correct answer is option B. Option B is the correct answer. Option B, defendant, is the correct answer, okay. All right, guys, that'll be all for today. I hope you learned something from this video, because that's the whole essence of making videos for you guys, for you to learn. All right, guys, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys again in my next video. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you, and see you next time. Bye.